Okay, so we are recording now, and again, hi, I'm Ioana, and I'm gonna tell you some more about how we test Firefox for Android here at Mozilla. I am a senior QA at a local company in Romania, which also has a contract with Mozilla, and my daily job is to test Firefox for Android. As I was presented here now, I will explain you more about differences between mobile testing and the desktop testing that you already did till now in the first and the part of the day till this moment. So the first thing that you will need in able to test mobile, you will have to install a build. This build will be available depending on the channel that you want to test. We go as the Firefox for desktop with 4 channels: nightly, Aurora, beta, and release. Most of the testing is done on the nightly build as everything is gathered there. And after 6 weeks, it gets stable, goes to Aurora, and after another 6 weeks, after more work is done, goes to beta, and we have 6 weeks of testing in beta, and we go to release. Firefox for Android is present in Google Play under Firefox for Android beta and Firefox for Android the release. So currently, if you have a blocked phone that cannot install another application besides the marketplace, you will have to use these 2 builds. If you are able to install any APK on your build, on your phone, you are able to download from nightly.mozilla.org the nightly build. That would have all the new features, everything that our developers work on in daily work. I see people joining in the Etherpad. I'm really glad. And don't be scared if you see missing information. After the presentation, I'll keep adding links and steps to help you to the testing. So as I mentioned, we need to choose the channel. After we choose which type of build we want to test, we should decide which build to install from the ones available. If you have an Intel phone, it is with Android, but it has a different processor, you have to go with the x86 build. Otherwise, if you have a regular phone, not the Intel processor one, you will go with the ones on the page and just think about the operating system that you have. If you have less than 2.3 or 3 for tablet, I think unfortunately Android won't work. It's only available for 2.3 and 3 for tablets. For these builds, for these Android versions, we have the API 9, it's called. This is a separate build that will take your performance of the device, be exploited at maximum, so your application will run smoothly, dedicated to the resources that your Android phone has. If you have an Android with above the systems, like 4.0, 4.1, until 5.3, 5.03 that is now out, you should install the API 11. All of these, as I'm mentioning, again, are reachable under nightly.mozilla.org. Feel free to go and see the build. So, okay, you know now which system you have, you know which build to install. So you are installing the application. First screen that you will see, it's the one that asks you to start browsing or to start signing in. I'm not sure if you had the opportunity to talk about Firefox accounts till now, but if you don't, I just add that is the service that Mozilla uses to get your personal data from the desktop imported to mobile or between different sessions on desktop. So wherever you want to use your personal bookmarks or logins, you can do it while you enter Firefox accounts. It's just an email address and a password that I'm giving you, so you can connect wherever you are in the world to your profile on Firefox. Let's say we want to test only, so we won't connect to Firefox accounts, and we'll start joining some pages. The first thing that you will see is that most of the pages have dedicated mobile views. This is intended to maximize the screen that you have on the mobile. Having a smaller screen allows you to have a certain action in first focus. It's not that easy to have a full website like on the desktop. A major important component here is the web compatibility testing that we do. If by default, when you enter to a page, it is a full desktop version site, that is a problem of compatibility. You should definitely try to use the responsive view in desktop to see if they have a mobile version. If they do have a mobile version, but on Firefox for Android you do not see it, please report it. This is a problem of web compatibility, and we have a dedicated team that works on that. All these things that I'm talking now, it's on line 21, and I'll add the links after the session ends to help you see similar bugs, similar reports. Someone from Mozilla will look at your bug, and if indeed we do not get the best experience like the web mobile version, they will contact that company or website to try to tell them that for an open web it will be nice to have a mobile version for Firefox for Android too. This depends because most of the sites read the user agent of the product, which in our case is the mobile Firefox for Android, and if they do not have their website set to render mobile when you enter, they will not show and will display full desktop site. Okay, so you see an issue. What you should do? I think you already had the session about how to write a proper bug. Am I right? You just, okay, I see waving hands. Thank you. So I just want to tell you that for Firefox for Android, you should definitely go to the same process. And you just have to choose Firefox for Android. We have less components than the desktop product, so I think it will be easier for you to enter a bug without many problems. The only thing that I want you to think about is, as mentioned in the other session, is about the types that you use. If you want something new, use enhancement. If it's a crash or something that blocks you, like you cannot literally use the application, please file it under critical. Also, there are major, normal, or blocker, but those depend on your personal input, how you feel the application is mistreating. We generally do not use severity than natural priority. We leave the developers team to change those, as they can prioritize their work better than we can do for them. So I would suggest not to change it either. We do appreciate in the mobile team if when you file a bug, you will add details like the phone type that you use. This is the hardware, can be the hardware, the seller, like Verizon, like T-Mobile, HTC, Samsung Nexus, for example, if it has to name. This will help us understand better the issue that you'll have that might be specific to one device. If you have the version for the Android that you're using, and also which channel for Firefox for Android, or which version are you using. Like if the nightly is now 39, if you use Aurora is 38, it will be easier for us to debug to see what the problem is. After that, you enter the steps to reproduce. As explained for desktop, there is no change here. Just tell what you did. I open this website, I try to log in, it gives me this error. It will be nice to have, if you can do, a screenshot of the problem. Most of the devices nowadays, you can literally just take a screenshot on it. Otherwise, you can use the ADB Android SDK and take a screenshot. If there is an error and you don't see anything visual that can be captured in a screenshot, you can check out also in the Android SDK under ADB the logs. It will generate you some errors. And also, if none of this helps you, you can always record if you have another phone, or you can use the computer, record what happens on your phone. Under these 3 steps that I mentioned, nice to have, I will show you after the session. I'll link some bugs in which I do use, for example, recorded videos from Mozilla. We lost the connection. So you're back. Okay, so the last thing was that I tell you that I will link some example of my bugs that I use either screenshot, ADB logcats, or videos. We have an account, it's called QAthon in YouTube, that has all the videos that we recorded with issues on Firefox for Android. Okay. As a regular type of work that we do each day is to run tests. For each new build that we got, we will run smoke tests to validate the build, we call it. What means smoke tests? I'm not sure if you had already a session on Mostrep. I don't see. Hey, so I was wondering if you had a Mostrep session. Can you guys hear me? You're freezing for me. Try maybe to face mute yourself, like don't share video, maybe it will help you with the connection. Hi again, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Maybe you can face mute yourself so you don't use that much of a connection. Whatever works for you guys. Should I go?
Yeah, we should go.
Okay, so did you guys had the Mostrep session about test cases?
I didn't get you. Can you repeat again?
Yes. Did you guys had a session about test cases, Mostrep?
Enough time to test most web. We only went through Bugzilla.
Oh, okay. So, for regular work, as mentioned before, we test each day the application. We do have a set of test cases already written. If you go to mostrep.mozilla.org, which is on line 54 in my Etherpad, you will see that's the database that Mozilla has for all the test cases on all projects that Mozilla owns. We might miss some projects like small ones, but most of them are covered in Mostrep. You will have to create an account, singing with persona. Is everything okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So after creating an account and entering, you will see that you can choose the project you want